All right, yeah, so there's a debate going on right now within the 2K community on whether or not 2K24 should be considered dead. Like, do you guys think 2K24 is dead? Sound off in the comments section. I personally believe that the game is very much alive. There's a bunch of players on it. But I also believe that 2K has failed its core player base. Although I feel there's a ton of players on the game, I more so feel like there's just a revolving door of players. It's not like their core player base, which 2K once had, will stay on the game for the entire annual cycle. Things done changed. In this video, I want to take a look at the numbers. What do critics rate NBA 2K24? We finna get into all the details. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. You guys can help us get one step closer to 100K subscribers. We're almost there. To start off this video, I want to reference this post from Ja where he says it really shows that NBA 2K24 is not dead. And he was quoting this tweet from MVP Amazing, saying the amount of people that were emotionally wrecked when 2K servers was down last night is beyond me. I don't know if you guys remember, but just a few days ago, the servers were having technical difficulties for about 7 to 8 hours. For some players, it was even longer than that, extending to the next day. I think both Ja and MVP Amazing have some good points. If 2K24 was indeed dead, the community would not have even noticed if the server was having technical difficulties. I already know this is a debate that can go on for endless amounts of hours because fun and entertainment is subjective to the particular player. So whether or not you guys are enjoying 2K24 is gonna be an endless debate. And for this reason, I just want to go back to the Metacritic scores. In the last few years, the only 2K that has had a lower score than NBA 2K24 is NBA 2K21. So let's start there. Let's pull up NBA 2K21's Metacritic score, and as you guys can see, it has a Metascore of a 68, but the users rated NBA 2K21 a 0.9. And me personally, I'm in complete agreement with this user score, and although this may not be popular opinion, I feel like NBA 2K21 was worse than NBA 2K18. So just initially looking at this first score for NBA 2K21 and seeing how the scores fluctuate up until NBA 2K24 shows me that these scores are pretty much in line with my view of 2K games. 2K21's 0.9 score means that it was overwhelmingly disliked by the 2K community. And now when we check the scores for NBA 2K22, the Metacritic score is generally favorable at a 76, and the user score for NBA 2K22 was generally favorable with a user score of 3.8. And that's just a huge jump from the 0.9 that users rated NBA 2K21. Obviously, players appreciated the changes that were made to 2K games between 2K21 and 2K22. 2K22 was received well. And the user scores continue to trend upward with the release of NBA 2K23. The Metacritic score was a 78, considered generally favorable. And the user score, also generally favorable, was rated higher than NBA 2K22, and the users gave it a 4.4. Basically saying that NBA 2K23 was a step up from NBA 2K22. I already know a lot of you guys may be in disagreement with those numbers, but I thought NBA 2K23 was a step up from NBA 2K22. I had refused to go back to NBA 2K22 and I stood on 2K23 for the remainder of the year. I believe 23 was an amazing game upon release. It was the devs' involvement with all those patches that changed the trajectory of where NBA 2K23 was headed. I thought it was headed to being one of the best 2Ks released of all time. But unfortunately, 2K development patched that game to the ground. And this is probably why Metacritic didn't have a higher score for NBA 2K23. So as it stands right now, looking at these numbers from 2K21 to 2K23, there was an upward trend in how 2K players received the game, going from 0.9 to 4.4. So can someone please explain to me, as we pull up NBA 2K24's numbers, why we dropped damn near 2.5 points? As you guys see in NBA 2K24, the Metascore is a 68 and the user score is a 2.0, from 4.4 in 2K23 to a 2.0, dropping more than half their score. And 2K24 is currently considered generally unfavorable. Players just don't like what they received for 2K24. And like I mentioned over the last few days, I don't feel like NBA 2K24 is a bad project. It just doesn't seem good enough to make up for the previous mistakes that 2K has made. And when I look at these numbers, I'm thinking they're in complete alignment with my sentiment with 2K. They pretty much express how I felt over the last few years playing 2K. I'm a player who who has gone from playing every single day for the complete annual cycle, and NBA 2K24 is probably the quickest that I've ever gotten off any 2K. In my opinion, there seems to be something wrong with the formula that 2K is practicing. Almost like 2K got their priorities mixed up and their efforts are not directly geared toward gameplay development, and it shows, and the user base is actually responding, as you guys see from the numbers. And I just want to make something clear, because these debates be wild to me. Fun and entertainment surely is subjective to the user, and a lot of players just have a natural bias for 2K. They enjoyed previous iterations of 2K and they want to continue to enjoy it. But it's not the player's responsibility to create greatness. It's not the player's responsibility to create fun. And I believe there's something to be said when 2K had someone like me, say a core fan of the game, I loved it, to now feeling like, man, not so much. I'll probably get on with the homies, but that's about it. Surely there could be many factors to this. I could be growing out of 2K. I could be 2K wasted or 2K exhausted. Maybe my time playing 2K is just done. It won't be the same. I definitely take those things into consideration, but what I also take into consideration is the lack of quality of life when I get on 2K, the lack of ease of access when I get on 2K, the goofy stuff that happens when I'm playing 2K, things that just don't make any sense, things that were never in the game, like going out of bounds or unable to inbound the rock. Just too many instances playing 2K where I see it eludes logic. But this is my main issue, and hopefully this will resonate with you guys. This is my main issue with 2K, is that gameplay oftentimes eludes logic, but when it comes to microtransactions, that is always on point. Inflation caused the increase in prices for items that you may try to get in 2K. It's always logical. It's always trending upward. In other words, the business side of 2K, the way in which 2K encroaches on your gameplay to persuade you to generate a microtransaction, that's completely functional, is completely logical in their approach, and it never fails. So when I sit back and analyze the game, I say, well, damn, the business side of things is just operating smoothly, but the gameplay side of things doesn't operate nearly as smooth. In my practical way of being, I look at it and say, well, that means to me that development is more so focused on the business side of things than they are being concerned with developing innovative and immersive gameplay. Trust and believe, I wish I couldn't even see it. I wish I was blind to 2K's business tactics. Seeing the trajectory of 2K development, I'm saying, hey, maybe for me, 2K24 is dead. And 2K will always have a special place in the history of gaming, especially for me. I've played every single iteration of 2K, and hopefully one day they'll come back and prioritize gameplay development over developing and enhancing predatory microtransaction behavior, because these behaviors are definitely getting in the way of developing innovative, immersive gameplay. And until 2K redirects their energy, we're going to continue to see scores plummet on Metacritic. Although 2K sales may be going through the roof and they may be surpassing sale records each and every year, I feel like 2K is losing something way more valuable. 2K is losing their longevity. They're developing a player base that doesn't have any tie or connection to them. And when 2K continues to embrace and prioritize their business tactics over gameplay development, with each passing year, they continue to sacrifice their core player base. Where I believe the longevity of 2K could have lasted generations, now I see with their approach toward development, if things don't change drastically, then I feel like 2K probably got maybe a decade or two max. We finna go live to talk some more about this stuff. Maybe I get some dialogue from you guys. Hopefully you guys can tune in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.